Claressa Shields. You know Claressa Shields, ladies and gentlemen, you know this woman more for her outside the ring antics and it's crazy work. What I'm trying to understand is, ladies and gentlemen, how is somebody going to be the greatest woman of all time? Right? That's what she claims. Undefeated record, decorated Olympic champion, not one time, ladies and gentlemen, but twice, two time. Because on this platform, we talk about the facts and we dissect what is transparent. So, how are you going to be a champion, multiple different weight classes, undefeated, but you don't have a single you don't have a major endorsement deal, not from Nike, Adidas, not from Puma, not from Under Armour, not even from SP, not even from the knockoff Polo. I mean USPA. Nobody, not the dollar store. Now she says on record she is unapologetically herself, as you should be, but also we have to understand context. You have to represent yourself to where business sees you and wants to put their name on that. But how is a business supposed to sponsor somebody when they're on off the leash? So let's go into the facts. So if you don't know who Claressa Shields is, she is a flawless champion, undefeated, 18 fights out of Flint, Michigan. Multi-divisional champion. She has won world titles across 5 different weight divisions. What? Five different weight divisions from Miss Claressa Shields. Hold on. How you a champ? How you? That's some crazy work. This woman is a champion in 5 different weight divisions, and she doesn't have a single endorsement. Stop the cap. That's a huge red flag. Super middleweight, lightweight, lightweight, heavyweight, and heavyweight. She's even fought in MMA. She lost once. Just nothing but success, but yet still not a single sponsor wants to give her a chance. Why is that, ladies and gentlemen? Is it because she is outspoken? Because I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together. How is somebody so successful in the ring, undefeated, never got caught up in any type of trouble, never got arrested, doesn't even have a baby, but yet sponsors are turning their back on Miss Claressa Shields? That's some crazy work. That's equivalent to Tom Brady not having a deal. That's equivalent to LeBron James. LeBron James is the GOAT of his sport. That's like him not having a deal. That's like Tiger Woods not having a deal. That's like Michael Phelps not having a deal. That's like Usain Bolt not having a deal. If you're the greatest of all time in your sport, you're going to have endorsements. But for some reason, ladies and gentlemen, Claressa Shields doesn't. That's some crazy work. Now, she has just went on an interview with Cam Newton that just recently got fired. Cam Newton has also interviewed Miss Alicia Baumgartner. So we're going to hear what she's talking about.
She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, the first female undisputed heavyweight champion, ESPN's best female boxer of the 21st century. She's a sister, she's a daughter, and like I just said, she's the GOAT. I present to some and introduce to others, Miss Claressa Shields.
My guy.
My gal. My lady, for the Game of Thrones fans. Your Grace. How are you?
I'm good. Really good.
Never known you to be a one-word answer type of person.
No, I'm good for real. Like, I'm so locked in on my fight for August 15th. I'm just good. I'm ready to fight and, throw down here in Atlanta.
Yes. Now, as we talk about the anticipation of this fight coming up on August 15th, not only, is it a headliner in Atlanta, What would you want that message for ATLians or supporters to know about this particular fight ahead?
This particular fight, August 15th, is history. I am the first woman to headline at the State Farm Arena in women's boxing. That's what I want them to know. I want them to know that not only am I the first woman, but I am pound for pound #1 woman fighter doing it at the same time.
Yes.
And not only is that, I'm going to give them one more thing. I have 19 world titles, and I'm fighting for 2 more. So I come out on top August 15th. I'll be.
So what's crazy work is that people know Claressa Shields from her outside the ring antics. They know Claressa Shields being the girlfriend of Papoose. Now, in this interview, she breaks down how she wasn't a homewrecker, how Papoose was actually in the middle of a divorce, and Remy Ma was entertaining others as well. So she's going to debunk the allegations that has been on top of her dome. But I don't even care about all that because you could do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. What I don't understand is how you're going to be a decorated Olympic champion, multi-5-weight division champion, 5, ladies and gentlemen, undefeated in boxing, even though you have a very low ratio knockout. I digress. They said that you're pillow-fisted, but you still get the job done. You still pay the bills. You don't have a major deal? No Nike, no Adidas. How come Nike and Adidas, Under Armour, Puma, these boys don't want to sponsor Claressa Shields?
21-time world champion. That's not something you want to miss.
Why this matchup? Being in your position, being the top dog, you have all the leverage.
Yeah.
And you can pick and choose and pick, but this is no slouch of a matchup.
No, well, I'm the greatest, right, at what I do. And we have girls who want to be the greatest or who want a chance at greatness, and Kay Scott is one of those girls. Extensive amateur background, really fit, strong lady, fast track to a world championship, and she has the belts that I once held. So.
Is it easy for you to go into a matchup and be cordial, or would you want to be toxic? As we was hearing the song prior to, and it was like, not just listening to.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch the whole length of this interview, link is going to be in my description, but I'm going to skip on to the parts that we want to hear. So I'm going to go ahead to the 30-minute mark.
Advisors, these people that want you to invest and all that stuff, they are some of the biggest crooks. The biggest crooks. I trust none of them. I can read, I can write, math, all that. I can figure this stuff out myself.
Yeah.
I owe $0.
Shout out to you not being finessed by the system. But what I also want to address is that I just found a recent picture of Claressa Shields living like this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I have a photo of my room like this, I'm going to be extremely humble. She is popping her shit. I understand humble beginnings, but this bed doesn't even have a fitted sheet comforter. She is laying on pure mattress. Don't tell me that things are expensive. You could save enough for a fitted sheet. And you also can't say that's not Claressa Shields, because what is laying right beside the bed? Her Olympic trophy, her Olympic medal. That is Claressa Shields' room. She was laying pure mattress. That is disgusting. I understand she came from the trenches of Detroit. Shout out to the D. But there is no excuses. You could be in poverty and still have a comforter and a fitted sheet, clothes on the floor and everything, and she want to put the trophy up like that. The only time you can have a room like this if there's no adult supervision and you was grown up in the wilderness. You don't know any better. But when you know better, you do better. This is not a man's room. This is Claressa Shields' room, ladies and gentlemen. That's some crazy work.
In Texas, and I make millions.
Yes.
So therefore, when it comes to that, I don't trust nobody. Like, please.
You trust
no.
Pat with your money?
Pat don't need my money. He got his own money. But we are in a partnership. So Pat helps me make money, and of course I will do the same. But he's brought me more money than what I brought him. And you see the chain? Win records. I had $8 million deal minimum. 4 fights. I'm gonna make more than that. throughout the whole contract. But I would say this, that whole deal was brought to me by Pep. And when he said I have a $3 million signing bonus for you for Win Records, I got the $3 million as soon as I signed the contract, before I even fought. So that there is like, that's a true partnership.
I have one more question before I delve into personal. Could you ever, I know you've trained and sparred, but could you ever see yourself with this world of exhibition? Could you see yourself fighting a man?
People have, well, one, it's so funny. I've done an exhibition against a man before. Even before exhibition became big.
Yeah.
Back.
So let me know in the chat, should a woman fight a man? This woman, Claressa Shields, has been poking the bear, threatening Keith Thurman. Now, if you don't know who Keith Thurman is, at the time he was an undisputed champion before Errol Spence became undisputed champion, and then Terrence Crawford took the belt from Errol Spence. But at one time, ladies and gentlemen, before Pacquiao defeated Keith Thurman defeated Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman was on a roll. I think he defeated Sean Porter as well. The early 2020, 2021, 2022, Keith Thurman was on top of the boxing world. And Claressa Shields said that she can defeat him. That's not the only boxer she has called out. She also called out Rolly Romero. Same guy that is a champion current day. That is extremely disrespectful. So she actually got in the ring with a man. And of course, if you fight a man and you go back fight a woman, you're going to dominate. But she got knocked out. She claims the guy who knocked her out didn't have any cushioning in his gloves. Stop the cap.
In 2014,
Yeah.
maybe, in my hometown of Flint, Michigan, we fought at the Door Federal. And it was like a sparring boxing match type of deal, me and a man. We went 4 rounds. That guy's in prison now, actually. But it happened.
Jeez.
No, it happened. And then with that, like, I'm not a person who look at boxing how y'all look at it. I think y'all look at it like, you know, men are so much stronger and so much better and so much more warrior-ish than women. I don't look at it like that. I'm like woman king, how I look at things. And so I'm not against it, but I know that it probably will never happen. But it's not something that I'm pushing for. But if it was to be like a thing, I would get prepared the right way.
Yeah.
And when I say prepared the right way, I'm calling in Terrence for camp. I'm calling in Shakur. I'm calling in my heavy hitters who I know. They know what I can do because they've seen me get down with men inside the gym. But I'm calling them to let me know what am I missing, because now sparring to a real fight is different.
You don't fear the power of a man.
No.
What would be a requirement that you would say, okay, I'm willing to do it, but it has to be that I'm not willing to fight a man, blah or blah? Will it be weight?
Weight definitely would be something that play into it, but it wouldn't. I wouldn't say a smaller weight though. I would say a guy within 60 and 47, 54 and 60 maybe.
What's that?
The weight classes.
Okay.
So a guy has to weigh 154, 160
Okay.
in there. I would say maybe his height, but that's about it.
Yeah. I think that people want to know, how did this relationship kind of create a life of its own between you and Pat?
What you mean?
Where was the origin? Like,
Oh, a boxing match.
Really?
July 6, 2024. Shakur Stevenson fighting against, I forget this opponent name, but that's the fight it was.
The reason why she doesn't know who Shakur fought is because Shakur hasn't fought anyone besides Teofimo Lopez. Apparently, he is the boogeyman of boxing, but also his boxing style doesn't bring a lot of eyes on Shakur Stevenson. They're saying that Devin Haney is the face of boxing over Shakur, and that's crazy work because Devin Haney got whooped by Ryan Garcia, but now they're not giving Ryan Garcia credit, talking about he cheated. That boy has 0.000.8 oxygen or whatever he had in his system, and they want to take away his belt, but you can't unsee what happened on TV. Stop the cap. But that's her inner circle, Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson.
July 6th. And then 2 weeks later, I fought for the heavyweight world championship.
So you was in camp?
Yes. I had to go on. But this specific fight,
Okay.
how I was telling you about energy, Shakur knew that I wasn't able to come because I had my fight coming up, and that's how we do it. We like, listen, whoever fights, if we're in camp for a fight, we don't get mad at each other for missing each other's fights.
Okay.
But we really want each other there. And online, Shakur, they were like trolling the mess out of him. And I seen that he was getting frustrated and he was clapping back at everybody. And I was telling him, like, stay focused, whatever.
We're also going to have to make a video about Shakur Stevenson. He is going off on everybody. He just went out on Shannon Sharp saying that he doesn't know about boxing. I mean, he doesn't, but he was disrespecting Shannon Sharp on his own platform. Shannon was like, yo, hold on, my guy. I understand that you are A+ in your craft, but you are on my show. This man, Shakur Stevenson, is cutting a lot of bridges. He even cut one of his most recent supporters, if you don't know his name, Champ Side. So he's cutting a lot of bridges. So what I take from Shakur is that it's okay to take critique just because somebody has their opinion on your boxing style. What they're saying is that he is a boring fighter. And he ain't trying to hear that. So everyone that's not on if they're not if they're not on their knees for Shakur, then he is going to curse them out. And that's not how it should be.
But I said, you know what? This fight, I'm going to break camp, and I have to be there for Shakur. And when I got there, he just was like, sis, that's what I needed. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the back, let him know how great he is, and he the best, and not to let the people get to him. He the best, he the greatest. And he fed off of that, and he went there and destroyed his opponent. So that was one of those fights. But usually I don't go to fights when I'm in camp. But that fight there, I met Pap. He spoke to me. He shook my hand, said, hey, I'm Papoose. And I said, hey, nice to meet you. I didn't know who he was. I don't even think I knew he was a rapper. I didn't know him. But after that night, when I'm always commentating and yelling throughout Shakur fight, you probably heard me on the camera many of his fights. And while I was yelling and talking to Shakur inside the ring, Pap was probably like a little bit diagonal, probably a row in front of me. He was cracking up, and he kept talking to me. And then at the end, I do interviews with everybody, and I was by myself. Like you said, you like going by yourself? I'm by myself, no security, jury, everything on. I'm in Newark, New Jersey. And Pap was there with like probably 3, 4 of his cousins. And I was doing an interview, and I seen him from my peripheral. He was just waiting right there. And then I was taking pictures, and the camera guys was all surrounding me. And I just remember him walking up and asking me for a picture. And he kind of stood over there till I got done with all my interviews. Yeah. And I just was like, what the hell was that? You know, but I just know he had good energy when I met him. He's a good-looking man. He's tall. And I just was like, oh, he knew who I was. Like, I mean, I know I'm a big deal. Yeah. But I was like, okay.
But that can I ask a personal question?
Go ahead.
Was he married?
Yeah.
During that time?
The thing is, him and his ex, she was with somebody already. Okay. They don't like to talk about that. They want to talk about this end because we so popping and we so great. But it's like on her end, she had somebody too. That's
while she was married.
Yes, they're going through a divorce right now. Papoose filed for divorce.
Wow. So going through that, as a woman, when other women hear this love story, I can hear the comments now.
Yeah.
But why, girl? Why? Out of all these
So, ladies and gentlemen, she has said that she is not a homewrecker. You know, they're saying that she got in the way of Remy Ma. I don't know Remy Ma from a can of paint. That is Papoose X. But that is a win. I've been following Claressa Shields since she has came into boxing. I love boxing. And she is undisputed champion, decorated champion in the Olympics, 2-time Olympic champion, 5-time Olympic champion, 5-time different weight division champion. But yet she doesn't have a single endorsement from a major company, from a major Nike, no Nike, no Adidas, no Puma, no Skechers. Nobody wants to support her. Why is that?
Sharks and dolphins and whales in the sea. You decide, Papoose.
Well, one, I would say that I wasn't looking for a man.
Mm-hmm.
I met somebody who became my friend. Me and Papoose, he would tell you, like, we're best friends. People be like, oh, he called you his best friend, not his lady. He called me his woman, his best friend, his queen, whatever. I'm everything to him. But one thing I would say is that we went from friends to best friends to now we're in a relationship. And I would say that they say, why him? Pap is a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great guy. He's very nice, very calm, very protective.
Mm-hmm.
He will punch you in your damn face. Quick. I thought I had a hand problem. He got a hand problem. Quick. And I could never be with a man who can't fight. I'm happy that he know how to get down. Like,
You seen it?
Yeah.
So, like, and the reason why I asked that, we live in, I have a lot of conversations. And when you're talking about relationships, especially recently, there's been a lot of women that sit across from me and they talk about.
Shout out to Indigo saying that I misspelled sponsor. That's some crazy work.
Things that they're not going for.
I saw that in a few of your interviews. I saw you work here with some girl.
You know what I'm saying? But for you, instead of me hearing all the reasons why you wouldn't, you were talking to a person who was married. And I'm not highlighting these things and throwing it in your face. I'm just bringing it to the point of, he was talking to a person that was married, going through a divorce. He's older than you.
Yep.
He has a dating history, and on top of that, he's a popping individual. And like you would always hear at the end of your flights, and still you dealt with him or dealing with him.
Mm-hmm.
So for your relationship and your sanity as a person, when a person says, hey, girl, you stupid, do you care to explain?
I'm 31 years old. Mm-hmm. And I've lived a life that a lot of these women who comment on me could never live. Mm. And when I say that, I've been engaged. I didn't get married. There, right? No domestic violence relationship. I don't let men hit me, mistreat me. My mom crack a joke and be like, every time my sister Brianna have a kid, I get a new boyfriend. My mom crack a joke like that. All my sister kids are 3 years apart. And my time with guys have been 3 years, and I'm like, oh, done. Out of here. So
why is it 3 years? Now, I get tired real fast as well. It's hard to be in a relationship. So Papoose, of all the men, he decides to step up. They are unapologetically themselves. The whole world, at least in the Black community, doesn't rock with Claressa. Not everybody, but the masses doesn't rock with her. Not because of her inside the ring antics, but the outside the ring. She gets tabloids, not for being a undisputed, decorated Olympic champion, but because she's dating Papoose. And I'm just trying to understand, for somebody to be so successful in the boxing ring, undefeated, 18-0, even though she only has 3 knockouts, that's some crazy work. She only has 3 knockouts, but she thinks she can defeat Muhammad Ali's daughter, Laili Ali. Are you crazy? Wasn't you just smiling with her? That's my thumbnail. You were just smiling with her. Ladies and gentlemen, protect your energy at all costs. I'm all for friendly competition, but she's talking crazy on Laili Ali. Laili Ali was chilling. She comes unnoticed. She comes unnoticed, ladies and gentlemen, and she says on her first YouTube video that Claressa Shields is capped. Can you imagine somebody so decorated, such as Laili Ali, her first YouTube videos addressing Claressa Shields? So she's getting on everybody's last nerve, right?
With that being said, I have done what's best for my life, and I know how to choose a man who's good for me. I'm not a person that think that every relationship will work out. It's not. People talking about car crashes and airplanes. Oh, there's so many more car crashes than airplanes, where there's many more breakups and divorces in the world than anything else. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it's such a big topic. To me, it's like, it's so petty. People make this be a big thing when it was like, She's over there living her happy life. We're over here living our happy life. Our happy lives never were intertwined. Never. So it's like when I hear this stuff, I think that women who try to come from me, they're mad that he didn't stay there and deal with it.
No, the women are upset because you're giving a poor representation of Black women because they think you are picking up sloppy seconds. As a matter of fact, you're going more harder for Papoose than Papoose is going hard for you. You're saying that Papoose is coming through financially. But ladies and gentlemen, if you go on Claressa Shields' page, she is promoting Papoose. You go vice versa to Papoose page, nowhere to be seen. It's not even the same energy. Crazy work.
And he moved on. That's the only thing. He moved on with somebody, like you said. He's older than me. I'm younger. I'm top of my game. Got my own money. I look good. My body look good. That's the problem. He was supposed to downgrade. He's supposed to go to like some Instagram model who got like 2,000 followers and do that. He ain't supposed to be able to bag the greatest. That's the problem to me. That's the problem. Because it's like, I ain't never done none of y'all. All I did was be in a happy relationship, be with him. I try to avoid this conversation here about mentioning the ex. I'm trying to swivel and swerve because it's like, what I'm talking about you for? We not gonna fight. That's not my lane. You do what you do, I do what I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's pivot. Let's add context to what she's talking about. Because she wants to say that she is on her side, you stay on your side, right? But see, that's why we have to keep receipts. Keep the receipts. Because when you try to show something in the court of law, oh, it sounds good. Oh, yeah, okay. But where's the documentation? If you don't have the documentation, how is that case going to go in your favor? And that's going to debunk a lot of cap. Because once again, it can sound good, but show me some documentation.
Stop it. Get some help.
Toast to me, 31, bitch.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is this video that I'm playing on the screen? This was filmed by Maserati, the man behind the camera, and she is dancing, singing this love song to him on Christmas. Now, Maserati is not Papoose. So what's going on, Claressa? Then she went on notice addressing the situation. I think that was a terrible move. She should have stayed quiet. I think she made it worse.
You remember this? Remember she was on FaceTime with you? Remember this? Where I'm at? At the house. Since we don't pay these games.
Who the hell is that? That's not Papoose.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Talking about you don't know what love is. How you gonna do that to Papoose?
Yeah. Shaking my head. You know, for the streets. Because she was singing to him. Yeah, really because she was singing to him. Stop playing, man.
What's happening? See, I've been trying to spare you, Claressa, because he told me to play it like that, and I won't play it like that and play dumb, and I won't want to respond, I don't play with it, and but since you want to record phone calls, guess what? I'm finna release all this footage. Yeah, that's right. I said I'm finna release the footage, man. Yeah, on Christmas, I was inside the crib. When you was on FaceTime, Papoose.
Oh my goodness. I done messed up the whole video. That's crazy. We're gonna edit that part out, ladies and gentlemen. We're really not, but you know how it goes. This man Maserati, never heard of this man name. Don't know him from a can of paint. Was apparently involved with Claressa Shields, allegedly, because we're gonna have to keep it YouTube friendly. We ain't trying to get sued around here. This ain't no Tasha K. Cardi B situation. We're gonna have to say allegedly when we make these videos, ladies and gentlemen. Now moving forward, we're going to have to say allegedly. We're not about to get sued by Tasha K because she refused to remove a video for only 5-6K profit, but she's getting sued for 3.5 million. Stop the cap.
What's that? See, I've been trying to spare you, Claressa, because he told me to do. He told me to play it like that, and I was gonna play it like that and play dumb, and I wasn't gonna respond. I didn't play with the internet. But since you want to record phone calls, guess what? I'm finna release all this footage. Yeah, that's right. I said I'm finna release the footage, man. Yeah, on Christmas, I was inside the crib when you was on FaceTime, Papoose. I got the video.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas.
Yo, when she FaceTiming you, guess what? I'm sitting right there in the living room at the same chair that I helped her get for her home gift. That bed, I picked out that bed. The bed with the TV come out of it, yeah, I picked out all that furniture in the house. The pool in the back, I can tell you how the whole crib look. Been all through the crib. She done been in my crib. She done been in my crib butt ass naked. Yeah, ask me, she just told you on the phone, yeah, I came.
Whoa. Claressa Shields was doing what? She was completely nude. Say it ain't so, Charlie.
Out that bathroom with the towel around me, all that. She just told you that, Nene. Yeah, your best friend who recording the phone calls. And guess what? I played it like that. I knew you were recording, because guess what? You recorded me without me knowing. So therefore, guess what? I'm suing you in the state of Georgia. You can't do that. So let's take this shit to civil court. That's what you want to do? We can do that. But I'm gonna release this footage when you in cars riding with me singing and I'm writing rap for you, me and you in the studio. Yeah, all that.
At this point, Claressa, you need to settle with this man. I don't think you want to go to court because that's secondhand embarrassment. You got video footage in 4K and you want to give up excuses talking about what? We caught you in 4K. We don't care what you have to say. He caught you singing, talking about you don't know what love is.
I got a lot of behind the scenes footage. I could have been did this shit, but I'm not a clout chaser because I've been having motion. Anybody know me know I've been getting to it. Yeah, the night of your movie release, yeah, Scrappy seen you jump in that Bentley with me. He seen you jump in my Bentley and leave with me that same night. So what I'm trying to tell you is stop playing with a real nigga, man. Tell your boyfriend whatever, I don't even know the nigga. I'm saying he keep rapping. He kept poking the bell. So what the fuck you think a nigga gonna do? Nigga coming out swinging. But I've been telling Five to spare you. Five been sparing you for 2 years. He ain't spoke on that. And the only reason me and you was fucking with each other is because you told me to send a diss song to Five. The smack song that I recorded. And I got the video of me and you in the studio recording the diss record that I wrote. And you said send that to 50 or post it. You told me Rennie was lying. You told me all them texts that she did was fake. You told me, yeah, and then you told me on Christmas night, yeah, you know, I fuck with Pat. Yeah, after you got caught, that's when you tell me that shit. You tell me that after you got caught. When Rennie caught you and I called the next day and I said, damn, everything you texted, bro. Shit, I'm already doing that. You told me you got mad about that. You called me back, hold on, this and that going off.
Weight and welterweight. Take it away.
He just became welterweight. Who did he fight against for that 47 belt? I can't remember. Who he beat for that 47 belt? Was it Ryan Garcia?
Hold on. I just let me see. He's recognized it.
This man's Ryan Garcia. So she's referring to Rolly Romero. It was Ryan Garcia. Now, Claressa Shields, are you saying that you can defeat Ryan Garcia? First of all, you're a woman. I understand you think you can outbox a man, but if he hits you clean shot, if you throw something and you miss and you left her open and he comes around that corner with a clean shot, now who is to blame for that? He's gonna look like the bad guy, correct? I think this is clout chasing because she has an opponent with Alicia Baumgartner that she could easily fight same sex, but she wants to talk shit to. Speaking of Alicia Baumgartner, that was her only friend, and they fell apart. Now, it's hard to keep a friend. If I heard a saying by D.L. Hughley that if you have 5 best good friends, then man, what a blessing. But if you have just one good friend in your lifetime, then you are one lucky individual. And one good friend was Alicia Bum, and that went sour. Let's show the receipts.
No, I'm telling you, like, I was watching, I'm like, bro, no, she's not doing that. Because you know how they watch his part. Right. Out of respect, you know, we have to say, I'm not watching that. I ain't watching his part. I ain't see nothing you was doing, so everybody asking me what's going on. I'm like, shit. I think the kid got the experience, you got the hype, you got the accomplishment. But I swear to God, you look so good in there. Like, bro, what you doing?
Thank you, Claressa.
You got my respect forever. I promise you.
Stop the cap.
And I'm gonna cheer for you, whoever you fight against.
Thank you, boo.
You did that.
A few moments later.
End of the day, if that's a married man, you with a married man. At the end of the day, I don't give a. He has a woman. If he has a marriage that is on paper to a woman, why are you messing with a married man? Regardless of what the situation is, it's just like that shit to me would be off limits, right? Claressa is a whole world champion, okay? Multi-world champion. She has no kids. She just had a movie come out about her life, and you're entertaining like that. At this point, she don't have nobody guiding her in the right direction. She don't have no good friends around her to let her know what she's doing is.
Was in your way.
Oh my God, is the girl gonna get in a fight here?
Get out the way. I want to get in there.
No,
World star.
not right now.
I'll referee.
Y'all please excuse the camera. My main camera is on the charge, so I'm gonna have to use my second camera. Not the same quality, but it's just crazy work how the same person that was supporting her on her corner, ladies and gentlemen, they was going to each other fights. They was really supporting each other, and it was a beautiful thing to see because I do understand not all skin folk is kinfolk, but it's a beautiful thing to see two black women supporting each other on the big stage, going to foreign territory, showing up and just being there. And yet she slapped her only friend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they're saying, how did the feud even happen? Why did they even stop being friends in the first place? Well, Alicia Baumgartner, she is about 40, 50 pounds lighter than Claressa Shields. And Alicia, she said that, yo, catch weight, and let me show the world that you're the greatest, because she wants to prove her own skills. Now, there's no way that Claressa Shields, coming from 200 plus pounds, is going to go down to 147. So that fight, ladies and gentlemen, is never going to happen. With that being said, just because Alicia Baumgartner entertained fighting, they got into a huge beef. How does that work out? How does that work out that your friend just wants to squabble, and because she wants to squabble, you feeling some type of way? Crazy work.
I try to stay over here in my lane, but it seems like people like this whole making it seem like, oh, it's an intertwine, it's a drama, when it's not. It's me and Pap. That's it.
There's a narrative that says you broke up a happy home.
And I just told you that never happened. Because she has grown, and it's nothing. I let them run with that narrative, because what they tell us as celebrities, don't respond to it, don't say nothing, don't talk about it. And I had a movie coming out around that time, my biopic, The Fire Inside. Everybody was like, Claressa, this is too big of a moment. My movie came out Christmas Day and was in theaters for 3 months. I'm not about to try to explain to nobody that what she did before I even met him and how she was with this dude and all this stuff. trying to defend that, trying to defend me and him being together when me and him know the truth. And those who really are stand-up people accept the truth and know it.
Yeah.
It's a timeline between that stuff. Why you think he knocked Buddy out? That was back in 2021, 2022. I ain't know Pap. I met him 2024, July 6th to be exact. So it wasn't a happy home to break up. What the heck?
So I'll ask it in this way.
Yo, did you see Cam's face reaction, bruh? Cam, he's trying to play politics because he also had Alicia Baumgartner on his platform, and he doesn't want to step on anyone's toes.
Because I've seen you maneuver so many different times as we have crossed paths, and as preparing for this show, it has been mentioned that you're a girl's girl, right?
Yeah.
You support women, you support people, and people love you, obviously for who you are, but it's what you are as well too, as a genuine human being. Could you ever see a day where you and Remy see eye to eye and can communicate?
That's when people hold themselves accountable. This whole story about mistresses and getting cheated on shit gotta stop. That never existed. Once that happened, I am sure, like, I don't got no smoke with her. It's not beef. I don't know why they try to make it seem like it's beef. Now, may she dislike me? Sure. So? But it's like a thing of, I feel like all that stuff comes over time. But it's nothing I can say like, oh, you know, she did this to me, so it's unforgivable, or I did this to her. It's nothing like that. I think the fans and people try to create these narratives, and people see stuff and they hear stuff.
So whoever she was speaking to, maybe she has a new PR team. They told her to stop being ghetto and ratchet, because a couple months ago, you wasn't keeping the same energy.
When you saw that clip, what did you think when you saw that?
I believe her. I believe she can beat me. Yeah, she'll knock me out.
I don't think
I think you're being
but
facetious.
I definitely.
No, I'm here for. I don't hit women.
That's true. I understand that.
That's not nothing. So, with that answer being, listen, I'm not afraid to get inside the ring and spar against a man. I never have been. And I think people love to bring up this clip where I got dropped in 18
Yes.
by this guy. I didn't get knocked out. I got dropped.
Yes.
Hold on. I gotta put myself on the big screen, ladies and gentlemen. You got knocked out. You was laid out because she thinks she can fight a man. She effed around and found out she got hit and she was knocked out. And she was so embarrassed, she ran into the parking lot to grab that Nina. Then she wants to lie on the man, saying that the dude didn't have any cushion in his gloves. Stop the cap. That's a lie.
And plenty of guys get
Is
dropped.
that the guy that Rolly dropped? That knocked out?
That's the guy who Rolly knocked out. Absolutely. Rolly knocked him out around 2019. But this is what you have to understand. That guy is a cheat. He didn't have no padding in his gloves.
Stop the cap.
And if it's not true, why him and the coach haven't sued me yet? That dude, I had whooped him the week before. He was mad. He didn't like it. I'm a black African-American female.
Oh my God. Now she's using the black card. Come on, man. This in the Big 26, we're putting the race card into this situation. Come on, Claressa. You're a unified champion, a decorated Olympic two-time champion, undefeated, and you don't have a single endorsement. I wonder why. It's because of chicken head ghetto tactics like this, bringing up the race card. Would Nike sign to this? How are you a unified champion and you don't have a single deal? How? That don't make no sense.
Stop it. Get some help.
They don't value women in his country, and they definitely don't value no damn black woman. His coach gave him some worn glove that he said he got from Roberto Duran as a gift. This is what the man said. Derek Santos, the coach. The gloves had 0 to no padding in them. And he caught me with that hook when we sparred because he wanted revenge on the week before when I tapped his ass. Now this is the thing, right? He sparred me and another guy the same day. Anytime I go to the gym and I'm sparring rounds, getting ready for a world championship fight, I spar 2 different men. I always done that. I'm always the one standing in the ring, staying fresh. He sparred that same guy, and I was standing there confused. It's my first time ever getting dropped. Been boxing since I was 11 years old. I've never been dropped
You effed around and found out.
before, so I'm curious on how this dude dropped me, right? So I'm watching him and this dude named Harold Kadarin spar, right? After me and him got done. I'm watching them spar, and Harold said, "You wasn't hitting like that last week." And I looked and I said, "What the fuck you meant by that?" When they got done sparring, I walked to him and said, "Hey man, good work." I hit his glove, and I can tell you, it was no padding in there. My coach, Coach John Davis.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is a habitual liar, bro. It seems like the more she talks, the more she makes it worse for herself. She should have stayed pretty and cute, shut her mouth, keep on beating these 304s. You know what I'm saying? Talk trash if you want to Laili Ali, but you have no business firing the man. I understand you want to test your limits, but come on now, to lie and say the man had no padding in his gloves. Are you serious? You think a man's going to put no padding in his gloves? And that's a felony. Stop the cap.
Was there. Derek Santos was there. Derek Santos, he grabbed the gloves off of the dude's hands and stuck them in a Ziploc book bag and walked off. I literally ran to my car, and everybody know what I did. Everybody know what I ran to my car to go do. But I learned the valuable lesson. When you sparring against anybody, check their gloves. I never was aware of that before. But that was back in 2018. We was in 2026, and they can't bring up nothing else that's flawed in my career. But that knockdown, and then the knockdown with Hannah Gabriels came a couple days after that when I fought her in the first round. I still won that fight unanimously, but I've never been dropped before that and never have been dropped after that, those moments.
Hey, I have a question. Yeah, I have a question, right? You obviously, I talked about it last night about your skill in the ring. Obviously, being more of a pure boxer, being a little bit more polished, than Rolly is, whether it's fighting on the inside, whether it's fighting at mid-range, or whether it's fighting at distance. I understand what you're gonna do. I understand your defensive.
You understand boxing. Uncle Shannon don't understand boxing for real.
Yep.
What?
What?
She's being disrespectful because Shannon is not de-sucking her and actually has words of criticism. And because Shannon has his voice and is not siding with her, now Shannon doesn't know boxing. Can y'all believe that?
Yeah, but what I did say is I'm thinking of, if just hypothetically speaking, if you did fight Rolly, understanding that he can crack, understanding that.
Now Shannon, prior to this interview, actually interviewed Claressa Shields, so they have history, and she still has the nerve to say statements like that. Crazy work. Let me know in the comment section, is that disrespectful that she is on the platform of Shannon telling the host that he doesn't know boxing?
His boxing skills and his pedigree is not what yours is, understanding that. But in a fight, you obviously have to be cautious. If he was to catch you, because he can crack, I mean, do you think he would knock you out if he was to catch you?
Nah, but can I ask you something?
Talk to me.
Stop the cap.
Bro, simple question. If Rolly was to catch Claressa Shields, if she was to throw a punch and she didn't connect and she's left just out there without, you know what I'm saying? She throws something, she misses, Rolly sees it open and clocks you. You don't think you get knocked out?
Stop the cap.
Now, I understand she weighs 185 pounds to 200 pounds. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Rolly would knock your ass out.
Like the beginning was really an issue because it was like be honest and be truthful. Don't paint me out to be something that I'm not. I'm not a woman who chase nobody else's man. I'm not a woman who even like men that got women. It's like if you got a woman who you're in a relationship with and you trying to talk to me, I will hold you like.
So what was your non-negotiable with Pat going into this relationship?
I know the little living situation. We on the phone all day, and we go to sleep tonight we go to sleep on the phone every night. That's my non-negotiable. Did that for 6 months. 6 months straight. And then that's when the infamous phone call and all that stuff happened. But other than that, he's never given me no reason to not trust him or to not believe him. And I told him, I'm like, any woman, a guy tell you he's still going through like a marriage or whatever, and he's trying to figure out how to divorce, whatever. Any woman is like, yeah, right. Any woman. So I'm like, yeah, right. So he had to prove to me that was the case.
What's the holdup?
Divorce they've been to court and everything. Oh. Divorce doesn't happen overnight. They talking about, I don't know how long they was married, 16 something plus years. That's a lot of stuff to divide and figure out, and it's a kid involved. So it's not something that's like.
Have you had a relationship with the child?
No.
Okay, so that's completely separate.
But it's the kid, though.
Yeah.
It's the kid. I don't think people should involve kids in grown folks' business.
Okay.
That's how I was raised. But whenever that time comes and they both decide, hey, it's time for her to do whatever, that's what happened. But I got my own kids.
Knock your ass out.
I'm telling you, skill to skill. You are not looking at skill to skill, man. You're just not because you can't, because you too macho.
But
that's
you
just
looking at Rolly. You looking at Rolly.
Too macho. You're a woman. He's trying to protect you. He doesn't want to see you 6 feet under.
Like he's not skilled. You're looking at Rolly like he's not skilled.
I am telling you that Rolly is skilled. He's not better skilled than me.
And
Ocho even just told you that. Ocho just told you
Stop
that.
it.
So I'm asking Ocho.
Ocho just told you that.
So he's not as skilled as Claressa. Do you believe Claressa can beat him in a fight, in a sanctioned fight, a 12-round fight with 10-ounce gloves? Do you believe Claressa could beat him?
That's what I explained in my when I first said it. Are you going to be able to protect yourself in a 10-round fight and not get caught in exchanges?
What you gotta do is tuck your chin and keep your fucking hands up. What are we talking? I'm finna go in there. Oh, I'm finna go power for power with Rolly. Man, come on. You seen the jab in the fight. You seen the head movement. You seen the body work. And anybody that know when you fight against somebody that's strong, you hit them where? The body. I'm going to Rolly's body early.
Where do you think he's going to hit you? Let me ask you a question. Where do you think he's going to hit you?
Everybody gets hit.
But you've never been hit by a man without headgear.
Why would I have to get with a man without headgear?
If you fight Rolly, it's going to be a fight. You said if you got 2 to 3 months to fight, you could take Rolly out in a real fight.
I can't tell you what can happen with or without headgear versus a man, because I never did that with the men. I've only sparred with just like a man can tell you he's never been hit by a woman without headgear, because they don't spar us without headgear either.
But normally men don't. First of all, it's hard for me to believe that Keyshawn Davis are getting ready, or these elite fighters are getting ready for another elite fighter. They're going to bring a woman in to spar. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen or it hasn't happened. It's just hard for me to believe that Manny Pacquiao is getting ready to spar, getting ready for these great fighters, and he's sparring a woman. It's just hard for me to believe.
No, it's hard for you to believe because it's only one Claressa Shields. A lot of these women cannot spar against men and get ready for no fights. They spar against other women. I cannot do that. I watch every woman who I spar, every woman who I work out with, I watch them. I am advanced. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I grew up in a gym with nothing but boys and men sparring them. Listen, the truth hurts. And what I think that hurts for you is to know that I'm a pure boxer, and I know how to box very well. It's not. I don't fight like a girl. I know how to box, Shannon. I know how to box.
I'm not saying that you don't, but I don't understand why I would be upset. I want you to win. I've spoken in glowing terms and saying you the best, but I just don't believe that you're gonna be a 3-division champ that's 147 in a fight. I just don't.
Yeah, and you know what also?
You can have that belief, and that's okay. It's not nothing wrong with that.
This is also what I also want to say, and I kept saying it last night, and I regurgitated it over and over and over when it comes to you being the greatest at what you do. It's really the mentality you have right now, the belief that I can do it. Whether we believe you can or not, for me, you getting in there with the actual fighter the weight division champ, and me understanding him not being a pure boxer and all that. I just understand the dangers behind it. I understand the danger behind it, especially in a 10-round fight, and there's no goddamn headgear.
Yeah, you gotta watch your ass.
Yeah, you
Well,
gotta
watch your ass too.
Yeah, you got to be goddamn cautious. But I think the fact that you even believe it, whether we think you can win or fucking not, this is why you are the best at what you do.
But that's what now that we're speaking on it, I think I tweeted and I said, the way how I believe in myself, it is not to intimidate you, but that is what greats have to do. And I am a great.
Nah, she's delusional. How you going to say you can defeat Rolly Romero, but you can't even knock out the person in front of you? You're going the distance in all your fights. If you're struggling to beat women, what's going to happen when you fight a man?
I've been a great for a long time, and I know what I can and what I cannot do. And what I would tell you is proper preparation prevents poor performance. If I go and I watch film on Rolly, and I go and I really dissect him and see what he do good and what he do bad, I'm telling you, I know that my skill can beat him. But if I really did my homework and really had to sit there with it and prepare, I'm gonna go and spar against Keyshawn Davis. I'm gonna have to call up Tiafimo. I'm gonna have to call up Shakur. Hey y'all, come help me get ready. I'm gonna have to call Terrence Crawford. Hey y'all, help me get ready. And I guarantee you, if I done that, which I would, because that's how professionals and that's how fighters and champions think. With them helping me prepare, and then me having Uncle Shannon said a sanctioned fight with Rolly. I'm sorry, you guys, but the truth is in the pudding, and that I will win.
But help me understand this. What does my hips have to do with anything? Because if I ask you, could you run a go route? Could you run a square in? Could you block a 7 technique and an over front? Would you know what to do? If they brought 2 off your side and you in the slot, what would you do?
Doing a what?
If they brought,
we talking about football or track?
Football. If they brought 2 off your side and you the slot, what would you do?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
But see, you took a shot at me, talking about I couldn't throw a punch. I'm not a boxer.
You told me a dude can knock me out.
That is my opinion.
What you want me to say?
Wait. What is so outrageous by saying that, by Shannon saying the statement that a dude can knock out Claressa Shields? That is not a outrageous statement. That is a very high possibility. And she's saying, she's taking it as disrespectful. Crazy work. Yo, is she delusional? Because she's beefing with Laili Ali. She beefs with everybody that gets close to her. Her only friend, Alicia Baumgartner, they actually was going to each other fights, and somehow she burned those bridges. Everybody that gets close to her, she starts beefing with. I'm starting to see the pattern, ladies and gentlemen.
You took me, but see, you took a personal shot.
Now she's beefing with Shannon. And to keep it a stack, this is the most publicity she had on a public platform. Shannon Sharp, regardless of how you feel about the man, his platform is in the millions. When have we seen Claressa Shields really being pushed in front of the masses? So this is great promotion, and she's talking trash to the same guy trying to push her name out there. Crazy work.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
See, this where y'all get it wrong at. Boxing, I do take personally because that is my job, that's my livelihood, and that's all that I do.
So you take it personally by Shannon having his opinion that you would get knocked out by a man? Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Boxing, anything you say about me up in boxing, I take personally because that is my life. I don't have another life outside of boxing.
But let me ask you a question. So you are above reproach. Nobody can have an opinion about you.
No, you can have an opinion.
But then why you get upset if I got an opinion?
I didn't get upset. I still came on here and talked to you.
But you took a personal shot at
She said she didn't get upset. Stop. What? She's lying on the show in 4K.
Your tweet. Shakur took a personal shot. He took a personal shot because after the Tiafimo fight, Ocho and I said, he's fabulous. He was sensational tonight. I had him taking all the rounds.
But he didn't get the knockout.
I said, but his fights don't excite me, and I wouldn't spend no money.
Oh yeah, but see, there again, see, this is what I want you guys to realize, and I've spoken this to the guys who I'm cool with, and even like some of the commentators. Y'all say stuff like that, and other people, and then it could affect other people. Like you saying that can make other people be like, I'm not going to spend my money to go and see Shakur fight. And he can take that very offensive because you do have a big platform and people do love Uncle Shannon. You know what I'm saying? So he.
This is the only thing she said thus far that's true. Shannon was wrong when he said, now this is his opinion, but in the Shakur Stevenson fight against Teofimo Lopez on his platform, he said the fight was boring and Shakur Stevenson is not the next Floyd Mayweather and he can't sell out. So he is downgrading the sport of boxing. So I could hear that point from Claressa Shields. But that being said, that's still his opinion. It's his platform. He can say whatever he wants to say as long as he stays within the YouTube guidelines. But I do hear what she's saying by Shannon downplaying Shakur Stevenson.
He can take that he can take that personally, but it's like, I think you just should have said it don't excite me. But then when you like, oh, it don't excite me, and I ain't gonna spend my money to go, it's like, you know that the money that people pay for the fight goes into his pocket.
But Claressa, if somebody says, look, I think Shannon's a phenomenal tight end, but he just don't block. It just don't do it for me. I can't take that personal. That is someone's opinion. I offered an opinion. That's it. I said he was great.
I think that sometimes with y'all opinions, y'all just like go. Sometimes with like the podcast and stuff, sometimes y'all say stuff and it's triggering. And I can apologize about saying what I said about your hip. You had triggered me, so my job is to trigger you back.
What?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You triggered me, so my job is to trigger you back?
Stop the cap.
That's it.
But you say you didn't take it personal.
No. I told you I took it personal. I said I take anything you say about me in boxing personal. I told you that. I said that. You talking about boxing? Oh, Claressa can't do this, boxing that, da, da. Oh, he's talking shit about me because boxing is all that I.
But you overlook all the other stuff I said, that you the greatest, that you were sensational, that you were two-time Olympic champ. So all the good stuff that I said, you set that to the side and just focus on the one thing that I said. That
Damn. Check your ass. You got a non-boxer and Shannon Sharp checking the greatest woman of all time, allegedly? Crazy work.
How much I'ma spend profiling?
You couldn't beat Rolly. So all the 15 great things I said.
No, you didn't say I couldn't beat Rolly. You said Rolly gonna knock you out.
I didn't say Rolly was gonna knock you out. I said Rolly would beat you. Yes, I believe he would stop you. Yes, in a 12-round fight. Yes, I believe Rolly would stop you.
So did you say that or no?
I said he would beat you, but I do believe he would stop you.
A stop you was a knockout, right?
Okay, TKO, KO, whatever you want. Hey, they throw the towel in, whatever you want to use, term you want to use.
No, and no. No, that's not it. But y'all know that I got mad love for y'all. Y'all know that.
The fact that you own, let us know that. So we appreciate
I got mad love for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We would only show that KO
like,
after your last fight. We talked about your last fight, but you didn't tweet nothing about that.
No, y'all had put up congrats or something, but did y'all? No, I thought you did. I think I did retweet it. No.
We talked. Hey, y'all go for watch night.
My dog Peggy L. Jackson, because he told me to play it like that, and I wasn't play it like that and play dumb and wasn't going to respond. I don't play with the internet. But since you want to record phone calls, guess what? I'm finna release all this footage. Yeah, that's right. I said I'm finna release the footage, man. Yeah, on Christmas I was inside the crib when you was on FaceTime, Papoose. I got the video when she FaceTiming you. Guess what? I'm sitting right there in the living room at the same chair that I helped her get for her homewarming gift. That bed, I picked out that bed. The bed with the TV come out of it. Yeah, I picked out all that furniture in the house. The pool in the back. I can tell you how the whole crib look. Been all through the crib. She done been in my crib. Butt ass naked. Yeah, as Nene, she just told you on the phone. Yeah, I came out of the bathroom with the towel around me. All that. She just told you that, Nene. Yeah, your best friend who recording the phone call. And guess what? I played it like that. I knew you were recording. Because guess what? You recorded me without me knowing. So therefore, guess what? I'm suing you in the state of Georgia. You can't do that. So let's take this shit to civil court. That's what you want to do? We can do that. But I'm going to release this footage when you in cars riding with me singing and I'm writing rap for you, me and you in the studio. Yeah, all that. I got a lot of behind the scenes footage. I could have been did this shit, but I'm not a clout chaser because I've been having motion. Anybody know me know I've been getting to it. Yeah, the night of your movie release, yeah, Scrappy seen you jump in that Bentley with me. He seen you jump in my Bentley. And
bro, that's some crazy ass work, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Yo, she's so invested in Papoose. But now this man Maserati talking about she was from head to toe.
Be with me that same night. So what I'm trying to tell you is stop playing with a real nigga, man. Tell your boyfriend whatever. I don't even know the nigga. I'm saying he keep rapping. He kept poking the bell. So what the fuck you think a nigga gonna do? Nigga coming out swinging. But I've been telling Five to spare you. Five been sparing you for 2 years. He ain't spoke on that. And the only reason me and you was fucking with each other is because you told me to send a diss song to Five, the smack song that I recorded. And I got the video of me and you in the studio recording the diss record that I wrote. And you said send that to 50. 50 will post it. You told me Rennie was lying. You told me all them texts that she did was fake. You told me, yeah, and then you told me on Christmas night, yeah, you know, I fuck with Pat. Yeah, after you got caught, that's when you tell me that shit. You tell me that after you got caught. When Rennie caught you and I called the next day and I say, damn, everything you texted, bro, shit, I'm already doing that. You told me you got mad about that. You called me back, hold on, this and that going on.
You remember this? Remember she was on FaceTime with you? Remember this? When I'm at the house. Since we gonna play these games. Yeah. Shaking my head.
Ladies and gentlemen, the receipt is in the pudding. The man was recording Claressa Shields, then he flips the camera back at him. So you can't say it's AI. You can't say he wasn't there. The man was with Claressa Shields Christmas Eve, talking about you don't know what love is.
For the streets. Because he was saying,
Wait. This is the same Claressa Shields talking about she's going to make a baby with Papoose next year? Just Christmas Eve, she's in a whole nother man's kitchen.
He really thought she was saying to him.
That's crazy.
Stop playing, man.
Yo, y'all stay safe out here, man. She's vouching for Papoose. Meanwhile, she's dancing in a whole nother man's kitchen talking about you don't know what love is.
Come on, because I didn't even want to have to do this, but since I got to do it, come on in. Hey, y'all. What's up? Y'all, I'm going to let y'all come in first before I even start, because I can't do nothing but even laugh at this shit. Oh, my God. Whew. Come on in. Come on. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. It's 2 o'clock. 5 o'clock for some of y'all at. What's up, Justin? Hey, Emery Boo. Okay. I'm going to start with this. One, this is how you recognize weirdo niggas, right? This weirdo, Maserati Bud. First of all, ever since I met this fool, he's a fan that asks for a picture. He has went from there to something else. First, let's start with this. We know this clown is lying. We know. But 50, I'm finna get on your ass. But hold on. You mad that I recorded your dumb ass?
I did not fuck her. Listen, I did not fuck her. We were talking. Okay, but you understand what I'm saying, how it looked? Because he not know how I look. You keep acting like y'all don't know who y'all dealing with. You dealing with Curtis Petty Jackson. And I told you, at the end of the day, he has been back in the corner. This man keep dissing him.
He has been back in the corner. This man keep dissing him. I did not F her. So why are you lying, telling 50 that we did anything? I have never been romantically, sexually, nothing with this man. Never kissed him, hugged him too hard. Is this man fucking crazy? This stud looking ass boy is pissing me off. And then 50 think that just because he can go talk about let's talk about how you recognize weirdo niggas. One, I don't know you, right? But somehow you always got videos and pictures of me. I ain't know who this man was to my best friend and me, the one that called him, the one that called his dumb ass. She said, Rez, did you know that this dude Maserati Bud got you all over his page?
I said, what you mean? She sent me his page. I go to his page. It's nothing but pictures of me. Pictures of me. Pictures, videos of me and her together. We don't even know that this dude is even around, bro. That's sad. That's sad. So this dude been close chasing since he tried to tell the Geisha black girl, tried to fucking tell her that me and him was a thing. Back then. I checked him back then. So when I realized that his page got all this stuff about me on his page, I hit him and said, hey, yo, delete me off your page. Delete me off your page. It got too many pictures, too many videos, and it just look weird. Take me off your page, right? He all like, oh, it's going to mess up my 3 and 3. It's going to mess my pictures up. What? So now I got to go to my DMs because I'm really confused about, I know for a fact I told this dude, I'm not interested in you.
I would say it's like half and half. He got his place from New York. I have my place in Atlanta. But we're together all the time. Like, he's on his way here now.
Okay. And juggling the relationship, having not just being public figures, having children.
We having a baby next year. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we having a baby next year.
Hey. How y'all gonna have it? You gonna have a child?
Who the fuck else gonna have a kid?
Man, listen here now. Don't listen.
What you mean?
I'm asking you, did you got?
I'm not gonna have no surrogate. I can get pregnant like anybody else.
I never thought that. I'm not asking.
But why'd you say that? Why that first thing that came to your mind?
Because number one, you're a boxer.
Yeah, I'm putting my career on hold.
That's cool. And number two, I know you have a minimum fight. Like, you have certain fights that you have to obtain. Mm-hmm. Right? And number three, we're living in a day and age where surrogates are real, adoption is real.
No, I'm not adopting no kids. And I don't want nobody carrying no kid for me either. That was my young mindset. 18, I'm like, I'm not messing with this perfect body. Somebody else carried a little kid. Now at 31, and me just loving family, like, I'm very close to my sister, 3 kids.
Yeah.
They're like my kids.
Okay.
So even though I haven't had kids, it's like they're my kids.
Yeah.
And we have a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 12-year-old. So it's like, now I feel like I want to have my own kid, and I can't let somebody carry my kid.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna start right after the fight?
No, I have 2 fights. I have this fight, and then probably one end of the year, January. Then
y'all gonna get active.
And also too, he asked me, if you would have asked me, was I ready to have a kid or did I want a kid? I would have said, I would have said, hold on to probably 35. Before I met him, I would have said, hold on till 35 because I feel like I want to retire at 38. So when I have a kid, then come back and have two more fights and then be done. But it was like, with him, I'm willing to have a kid at 31, 32.
Why 38?
To retire?
Yeah.
I got to make sure all the fight is out of me. I think after then, I won't be walking around punching nobody no more.
It's them 6 weeks.
It's not the 6 weeks. I'm a natural born fighter. And I think people think too highly about sex anyway. I think people just think like it's the end all, be all. And it was like, bro, some people are just too, what's that word? Too mannish or womanish, whatever. Because it was like, bro, I didn't even lose my virginity till I was like 17, 18. So it was like, what the hell? Y'all out here doing it when y'all
That's
young?
Normal.
What? No, it ain't. These people out here having sex when they 12, 11.
A woman, if he has a marriage that is on paper to a woman, why are you messing with a married man? Regardless of what the situation is, it's just like that shit to me would be off limits, right? Claressa is a whole world champion, okay? Multi-world champion. She has no kids. She just had a movie come out about her life, and you're entertaining like that. At this point, she don't have nobody guiding her in the right direction. She don't have no good friends around her to let her know what she's doing is.
Damn!